Oh my god, I'm 100% going to buy a Penta mask.
You should probably think of your best friend as well.
A mask is $80.
Kevin could be a luchador.
Yeah, Penta, as Michael Cole said, is the second best luchador on the planet. Kevin, number 1.
Having Chad Gable be the first opponent for Penta, it was perfect.
I very much compare Penta's debut against Chad Gable with very early Rey Mysterio. Penta's whole debut so far has kind of been handled as Rey Mysterio's debut was, but instead of getting a Chavo Guerrero match, we jumped straight to the SummerSlam angle match with him versus Chad Gable doing Canadian destroyers and shit, which was awesome, by the way.
Can we talk about something, though, please? You have the 2 top draws in the business of Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, both taking pile drivers and being out for weeks. And then Chad Gable's over here taking a Canadian, Mexican, American, whatever country destroyer and still kicks out at 2.5. Well, hold on. No, I guess that does make sense because Chad Gable also walked away from Wyatt 6.
Yeah, after getting shot in the head.
Literal murder attempt.
Penta in AEW was using a package pile driver as his finish, so...
Seeing Penta in a WWE ring, he looked like a 2K call. Remember those old commercials for the SmackDown vs. Raw games where they showed the created superstar and it was this just cracked out guy
with the mohawk?
Yeah. It does feel very nice that I feel like Penta has a bit of an originality concept to him.
He's the first luchador in WWE that didn't feel directly adjacent to Rey Mysterio.
If anything, it makes me excited to see what a Rey Mysterio and Penta match looks like.
And that's actually an incredible transition. What are some dream matches for Penta in WWE? Because I think Rey Mysterio is obvious. I think even on commentary, they were basically saying Rey Mysterio versus Penta is a dream match.
Jacob Fatu versus Penta sounds so cool. I feel like that would be sick.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he could do some fun stuff with AJ Styles.
That's actually a name I had written down here as AJ Styles. Just because I think that would be really fun.
As well as Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke sounds really fun, actually.
Ooh, yeah, Nakamura's knees versus Penta's, strikes and chops.
Which, I mean, strikes and chops is just spelling out Gunther.
Yes. I think in the next couple months, I could see Penta challenge Gunther for the title. I don't think he'd become world champion yet.
If the crowd wants it, I feel like it seems like they're definitely ready to put him in, the top of the card.
For sure. You want to talk about top of the card? I know he's on SmackDown, but I think a ladder war between Penta and Kevin Owens would be insane, dude.
That would be fucking sick. Or a returning El Generico.
That would be sick too.
We're talking dream matches here, people. Dominic, I'm going to throw this question at you.
Okay.
At this point, if Rey Fenix were to show up in WWE, is it to be with Penta, or do you think they should go solo?
Looking at the landscape now, I think Penta showing up as a singles guy first is actually the best way to go about them both entering the company. I think Fenix is way easier of a wrestler to explain than Penta. Even in a world where wrestlers are known for doing too many flips, he does very unique flips to the point where it'll get him injured a lot of the time, if we're going to be honest. I think Penta being a solo guy first gives the audience a chance to understand who he is. I would have Penta be a solo guy, and then Fenix comes in, and they're the Lucha Brothers. Looking at Penta versus Gable, though, they'd probably just be feuding with American Made, and then probably not doing much else after.
The Wyatt 6 treatment.
At least with Penta being solo, he can explain himself. A lot of people aren't connecting with the Motor City Machine Guns because they're a tag team who haven't really explained much about themselves. I think Penta will finally have the opportunity to do so, and I think he especially needs it considering his gimmick.
Yeah, that is something that I'm very happy that they actually added on, is the Sierra Miedo in the entrance music.
Like WWE, if you're going to train us with your really bad music, then you might as well train us right and get us the Sierra Miedo as a part of the music. Although, I don't think superstars need their catchphrase in the beginning of their music most of the time. But I think Penta, especially, is a character who needs it because Sierra Miedo is such a huge part of him.
Rey Mysterio, his entrance music is literally just Booyaka Booyaka, my finishing move.
Yeah, and you know what? I know Rey Mysterio's finishing move is the Booyaka because of that song. So obviously we still have like weeks and months to watch Penta progress. However, where do you think WWE see Penta?
I guess in a similar position as like Jey Uso, where it would make sense for him to be like a main event person, like in that scene, but also at the same time, he kind of fits in the mid-card as well.
To me, I think he's above Jey Uso. Like, Jey Uso challenging Gunther for the world title is weird to me. But if Penta did it, I'd be so happy.
On paper, 100%. Just like a step higher than Jey.
Do you think WWE agrees with that?
That's what I'm saying I think WWE thinks.
I'd want to see Penta hit the Penta driver on Gunther. Just because I think the visual will be insane.
I feel like Gunther. I think he's just so tall that it wouldn't really work. I feel like it would... I feel like it would turn into a disaster.
He like DDT himself.
Truffles all over the floor.
This just in, Penta has crippled Gunther.
God, no. Did you see the part of the match where Chad Gable wrapped Penta's leg around the post and yanked that sumbitch?
Yeah.
The scream that followed.
It's a Penta smart move by Gable.
I could watch it all day and just laugh my ass off.
By Gable.
Yeah, that was low-key a shoot. Ow. It's incredible that you say that. Because Penta, when he's not speaking Spanish, sounds like a dad.
Thank you.
It's very weird.
I've been looking for somebody to file my taxes and you sound like the perfect guy.
Penta filing taxes is insane. That's such a visual.
But despite Kevin's masklessness, we want to know what you guys think.
And if you want to join the big leagues like Penta, why don't you consider subscribing? Why did I say it with that face? I'm gonna do that again. Did like a sexy eyes face.
Get them to want to fuck you and then they will subscribe.
Like Michael Cole says, welcome to the big leagues.